Leave it to those Euros, the European Commission slapping Elon Musk and X with a $140 million fine today, saying that the platform violated transparency rules under the EU's new Digital Services Act.
More specifically, the EU claimed the social media giant engaged in a, quote, deceptive blue checkmark system, had a lack of transparency of the platform's ad repository, and placed restrictions on researchers trying to build access to public data. Joining us now, Public News founder Michael Shellenberger. Michael, I guess I have one simple question. Is this fine, $140 million fine, really a safety measure, or is this a new technique for governments to control speech on their own platforms?
Well, hey, Marcus. Hey, Dagan. Great to be with you guys. Yeah, it's a significant escalation. I mean, even for somebody with the wealth of Elon Musk, 140 million euros is a lot of money. The European Union was itself spreading misinformation about what was going on. It said that it wasn't content moderation, which is the word they use for censorship, that it was about transparency. In fact, it's an example of how they use this censorship by proxy strategy, where the government picks so-called researchers or NGOs, always on the left, to decide what's true and false, and then to demand the censorship from the social media platforms, who must comply with it or face significant fines from the government. So they sort of try to get a workaround free speech protections by pretending that, oh, these people that we've assigned to demand censorship are somehow not agents of the government in demanding that censorship. So it's, as usual, they spread the disinformation and then demand censorship on the basis of it.
Michael, this is the first penalty under this Digital Services Act for a so-called breach of this act overseas. How can the United States as a whole, U.S. companies, tell the European Commission to, pardon my language, suck it?
Well, I think the president has to say something here. This has been a political issue for a really long time. I mean, Vice President Vance went to Germany earlier this year and told them to back off. I went last year, told them to back off. I'm going to go again in a couple of weeks. They need to back off. This is really crazy. And I think what it has to do with ultimately is mass migration. 80% of the public in Europe rejects this mass migration agenda. The three biggest countries in Europe, England, Britain, Germany, and France, their heads of state have approval ratings between 15 and 25%. They're very unpopular, and that's because this myth that there was no cost to this mass migration has just been exploded, particularly by X, because it's allowed for people to see the crime and the high cost and the damage that's caused by mass migration.
Right.
That's why they're going after Elon Musk's X, because really for the first time, Europeans have been able to freely see these problems and see them discussed. That's, I think, what's driving them to censor him and with such a massive fine.
What's the difference in the judicial system that this is going to go through? I would imagine that an appeal would happen, and what I'm more focused on is the precedent that would be set in that judicial system. What can you tell us about that?
Well, it's a great question. Nobody knows because as you mentioned, it's the first time this has happened. Very elaborate judicial system at the EU level. I mean, it's quite insane, actually. If you look at these organizational charts, it's just shocking how many different agencies there are. That's why Britain wanted to get out of the European Union. So look, I just think this is coming at the exact same time the Trump administration has put out its new foreign policy strategy, which has basically been warning Europe that it's either got to embrace free speech or it can't be an ally of ours anymore.
Michael, thank you. We got to go.
Thank you so much, Michael.